Hey guys, Artosis here with another cast from the CasterMuse Star League. This is going to be a Terran versus Zerg matchup between Ample, our aggressive Terran, and Beast, our also aggressive player, a Zerg. Now, the map is Ultimate Stream, which definitely changes the narrative of the matchup. Honestly, this is not a map for Zerg to be overly aggressive on. In fact, in longer macro games, Zerg is very tough to beat here. Really for any race, because it's pretty easy for Zerg to turtle on 4 bases on Ultimate Stream. So that's obviously something that Ample is going to know, and already being an aggressive Terran player, I think that he'll have something up his sleeve, and I'm excited to see what it's going to be. I think over the long term, Ultimate Stream won't be a very good map overall for tournament play, because again, it's very tough to pick up macro wins, I guess, in this matchup. But you know, just using it every now and then, you can definitely use some creativity and pull a map win. So we'll see what Ample has for us here. It looks like he's going to wall in before going to the natural. This is a very common map to go for things like Command Center first on, but the fact that he's walling shows that he's going to tech. So already kind of interesting from Ample. Beast, I do expect to just go hatchery first. The interesting thing, I guess, about Ultimate Stream is the main and the natural are on the same level ground. Like, look, here's your main base. You walk up here, and here's your natural. And then we have a ramp here with, you know, the eggs just kind of make it easier to wall things there. But because of that, it's very difficult to break in and actually attack at any point, right? And basically the strategy from Zerg tends to be, as your third base, you take one of the other naturals and then defend with Lurker Sunken, and then just no one can break in and you get the main base for free, and then you're on 4 bases. So that's a very tough thing to deal with when you're playing against Zerg. Whenever they get like free additional bases, it becomes a pretty Zerg favored map a lot of the time. But you know, in a pro 1 versus 1, absolutely anything can happen. And with Ample doing a gas opener, I mean, this could be vultures like being dropped, maybe speed vultures for a run by. This could be a 2-port Wraith build. It could be a 1-on-1 with a Wraith into quick science vessel. Could be a Goliath build straight up. There is just such a huge variety of things that can be done. And Ample's giving himself ample opportunity to get that damage in and turn this from a map that you would generally consider to be Zerg favored into an Ample favored map. All right, Beast's spawning pool finishes up, and he'll be starting that hatchery with his 2-hatch timing. Very good. Overlord just kind of scouting. The drone comes up and sees the wall, and as soon as you see that wall, you are quite certain that there is tech behind there. So we should see a sunken added at an appropriate time. Now it looks like Ample's going to go ahead and expand off the factory. Goes up to 3 guys on gas immediately. Okay, cool. Let's see if he goes starport. Okay, immediate add-on. So that's already kind of interesting. When I see an immediate add-on like that, I always think speed. So maybe a speed vulture opening to run by and get a bunch of drones. We're going to see. The single marine guarding the natural. Nothing on the way to attack him. There is the creep colony, so he knows the timing of a vulture coming across the map very well, as all good Zergs should. Nice catch there with the flanking drone and Zergling. Going to pick that off. And yes, it is going to be the speed upgrade for vultures while he makes an armory. So this is looking very much like it will be a Goliath build, but opening with those speed vultures for harassment. So that's not the standard for Goliath builds right now, but it's a powerful play, right? Like, everyone knows that this is a strong play. It's not used as often because it slows down the Goliaths and everything, but if you get those vultures in there, like, nothing can catch them. This main base is big enough. You could micro speed vultures in here endlessly, basically, and kill off like infinity lings and drones. So we'll see if he can get that done. It looks like he's going to make 3 vultures, which is generally the choice. 3 vultures will one-shot a drone. 2 generally won't, and that's because drones get an instant... All Zerg units get an instant point of heal when they take damage. So unless the 2 grenades connect at exactly the same time, which is super rare, you're basically not able to kill it right off the bat. Okay, he hides the 2 other vultures. Speed is done. Time to go. All right, this is exciting. This is the moment where we see if Ample can get a big advantage in this game. The Vulture's so quickly moving down the map. We have actually a pretty decent Sim City here. Some Lings being added in as well. Let's see if Ample can make it up. All right, runs right in past that sunk. Okay, he's having a bit of a hard time, but he's actually getting some decent kills. Okay, he kills 3 drones and loses 2 Vultures. It's okay. That's okay. It's not as good as he was hoping for, but it's not the end of the world bad, right? He hiccups the economy slightly, and yeah, he gets some good intel as well. He knows that mutas are coming. So the engineering bay is done. Some missile turrets going to get added on. Drone boosters, even making a bunker here. I think that's a great play as well. And he's just got to make sure that the mutas don't deal any damage to him. In the meantime, he's getting that +1 attack for his mech units. But we don't see a starport. So he might just go into 1-1 from here. And we don't see a second factory yet. So that's kind of like part of the sacrifice, right? He has to make more turrets, and the second factory is going to be a little bit later. And that has a lot to do with making 3, now 4 Vultures with that speed upgrade. All right, so we have double turret plus bunker. Double turret, and 3 Goliaths with range. Yeah, this is enough to hold on right now. Beast can't really do any damage to Ample. Let's take a look at what Beast is up to. He has Zergling speed on the way, just a useful upgrade to have. Just producing mutas, not getting any sort of mutalisk upgrades, so we might see a transition. Oh, 14 more Lings actually go into the production tab. That's interesting. That seems, like, I know I say that Beast is aggressive every time I cast him, but that seems a little bit over the top. Like, Speedlings, like, they're always good. But honestly, against like building placement that's good, a bunker, Goliaths, they aren't going to be that strong. Goliaths actually destroy Lings. They have 1 base armor, which takes down 20% of the Lings' attack. And also they're microed very well against Lings. Lings don't actually get the best surface area on them. They can kite against them very strongly. Just believe me, Goliaths are good against Lings. Okay, here we go. The Lings starting to run in right now. And he repairs the bunker instantly. The SCV is also blocking Lings out here. The Muta's doing an okay job on the Goliaths themselves. And I guess, you know, the Lings, though, being blocked for the most part. And now you can see that micro I was talking about. But the Muta's going to town on some of those SCVs. Some good micro from the Goliaths as they pick off all those Zerglings. And I guess he's still going to continue to rally up. He's got some Lings on top of turrets, which can be a very powerful play to take out some of that anti-air so your mutas can get more damage done. But with this many ranged Goliaths coming, I think he's going to hold on just fine. Yeah, like, it feels like the mutas and Lings are almost doing something, but I can assure you they are not. He loses just about everything there. Right? He goes down to 1 muta. He loses every Ling. And look at that. At the end of this, 19 drones against 42 SCVs. Over twice the economy. But you know what? Beast is not done. He is going to keep that aggression going. A lot of Lings being produced. No additional tech. No additional bases. Beast is pretty much all in here, and he has got to get more damage than he just got. Now, we don't have a bunker this time, but we do have better positioning on the Goliaths. The mutas get on top of everything. The Lings coming in, trying to get whatever damage they can as well added on. You can see that nice micro here from Ample as he pulls back on the Goliaths. Missile turrets raining fire down onto these mutas as they take a lot of shots, getting very low, very deep red. And some great repairing from Ample, keeping that turret alive for 1,000 years. Whew. Another solid hold, and you can see the SCV versus drone count has barely changed. He's continuing to produce. He's up onto 3 factories. Got +1 attack done with +1 armor, about 1/3 of the way done. And now he's going to remake the bunker, realizing that, you know what, this is not going to stop. He is playing so aggressively, even a couple vultures here to help against Lings. But the mutas, with no additional upgrades, with just 2 gases, oh, it's not looking super hot. I mean, he can make 6 mutalisks per minute. But that means it takes 2 minutes for a full group. And every time he dives in, like, if he doesn't dive in again quickly, Ample just gets further and further ahead, right? You have to keep the pressure on, or Ample can just run rampant with his upgrades, his production, getting critical mass, all these very important things. So right now, in my opinion, this is extremely Ample favored, right? And part of that is, I guess, maybe he put Beast into an uncomfortable position. Maybe Beast doesn't like playing against Mech. Maybe Beast doesn't like losing a few drones at the beginning. A lot of Zergs will turn on the aggression if you do damage them early on and just try to kill you on that super low economy that you almost force them into. But Beast gonna come in, see what he can get done. I mean, that's a good amount of mutas right there. Picking off a decent amount of SCVs. Gonna go ahead, kill off one that's making the armory, getting rid of a lot of the gas ones. He's reducing the count reasonably. Look at this, down to 36 SCVs, slowing down some buildings as well. Flies out of there. Not really losing too many mutas. Definitely taking some damage, though. In the meantime, oh, a run by on these vultures. They do end up picking off some drones, so hurting that already feeble economy. But it looks like it was a big drone round anyways here for Beast, as he adds a lot more and finally going to take a third base. Okay, Ample almost has his +1 armor. +2 attack has been started, so he has that science facility. He really has the tools that he needs right now. He's laying mines all over the map as well, which I love to see. This is going to make running across the map a lot harder. Even just mutas flying across are going to have a hard time not being spotted. Look at this. Oh, he stops the hatchery from being made. Lays a mine there. This is some awesome play from Ample. He has done a fantastic job here. He's getting so much scouting intel, little bits of harassment here and there. He's got a very solid economy, upgrades going. He's really hitting that kind of critical mass of Goliaths where you can't even harass him anymore. You're going to have to maybe switch tech as Beast. Yeah, okay, so we have a Queen's Nest. We have a Hydralisk Den on the way. And there's a lot of ways you can do it. You can try to go into Mass Hydra. That's a little bit hard against a Pro Terran that has this type of advantage. He might want to try something a little bit sneaky, right? Like maybe a Lurker play with hold position. Maybe he wants to just try to get up to Defilers and utilize those against the Goliaths. Goliath's not very good against Defilers, although the rest of the mech units are. I'm not sure what the plan is here for Beast, but, you know, he got himself into kind of a tough position, and he's going to have to try to climb out of it. Now, he does have +1 range attack on the way. So, yeah, that definitely points towards Hydras more than Lurkers. If you were going to use just like a Lurker cheese, you would probably skip getting the attack upgrade. But with that +1, yeah, Hydralisk speed now starting as well. We are definitely going to see a switch into Hydras. We saw that third base being taken, but of course the Muta's coming in now. We'll take an eye on that. Just denying some of these depots. The good turret placement, though. Trying to punish them. They come around the turrets and go right towards those SCVs. So annoying for Ample to deal with. Comes back, though, with his Goliath. He does have a Radiate on the way. So that's going to be an incredibly useful upgrade. A Radiate plus Goliaths just kill mutas, like, in infinite numbers, basically. So at that point, we're really going to need to see Beast switch it up a little bit. I think seeing the Vessel should cue him in on what's going on as well. All right, a few Vultures running up, spotting that third base. Not going to get anything done there for now. The flanking Mute is going to come in to pick those off. A lot of drones being transferred. Looks like the Vultures just barely missed those. A few drones were sent to that bottom right as well. And we're actually on equal drone count to SCV count, which is kind of interesting. Of course, Ample has 3 bases up and mining along with 3 gases, which is huge. Still producing Vulture Goliath. No siege tanks as of yet, which I find kind of interesting. But you know what? I think that's all right here. Like, he's got the type of advantage where just having a very mobile army is going to do well for now. But eventually we will want to see him switch into siege tanks, especially if we see a lot of Hydras start to pop out. Oh my god, I drag selected the egg. So some Sunkens being put up against this kind of mass Vulture Goliath type of composition that we're seeing, but it does have 2-1. 3 Sunkens shouldn't be that big of a deal for these Goliaths. A lot of Mutas still flying around. I'm a little bit nervous about a Radiate coming into play, though. He's going to have enough for 2 with this vessel. Maybe that's it. You know, you're pretty gas tight overall with this type of build. Okay, now the Goliaths all swarming through the center of the map. Where are they going to go? He's going to run a few Vultures by into this other third base and go towards that main, so that's kind of interesting. In the meantime, the Mutas actually do a counterattack. This was a smart move from Beast. He's got like a group and a half at least. He nails the turrets. He's going after the SCVs. And look at that. The SCV count going to fall below the drone count. He's going after upgrades as well. He's going to get rid of +2 armor. Is he? Is he going to get it? The radiate comes down. Oh my God, he gets it. He forces that to be canceled. So painful. Tries to start on that +3 attack. Not going to get that one. But this was good. This forced the entire army to come back. He killed a bunch of SCVs. It got rid of an upgrade. And it utilized his mutas, I think, as well as he could. Like I've been saying, Goliath plus a Radiate will just massacre them. So just to buy that much time is pretty significant. Now, during this time... Oh, man. Those vultures being so annoying. But during this time, you know... Oh, finds such an annoying location as well with this vulture. Will get picked off, but that is good damage. But yeah, he's made a lot of Sunkens. So the Sunkens will really slow down pushes with Goliaths. Going uphill, like, Goliaths don't fight well against Sunkens just in general. Their AI screws up a lot. The Sunkens do big damage against them, all those things. So it's like a very gross fight. Especially if you add anything else into it from Zerg's side. So we do see siege mode. Like, siege mode just finished. He is making a tank. I guess he's got his first tank right here. But yeah, he's going to need to utilize, I think, some of those siege tanks to make a clean victory here. Now, Hive is done. Oh my God, I missed it. The Queen transition here. Defiler Mount is on the way, Nidus as well, but really what he's waiting for right now is for Broodling energy. He needs 150, and then he can Broodling tanks. And if you can get rid of all the tanks and have mass sunken, sure, that's one way to hold on. Wow, this is going to be kind of crazy because he does not have it yet, right? He needs another, like, almost a minute. But I don't think... Is he going to have that time? It's only one siege tank, so it's going to be a slow push, to be fair. No! No! I'm so bad at this. Well, here we go. The tank siege is up. He does have vision with the vessels. He has a lot of energy here. Look at that. 200, 300, almost... That's like 3 defense matrices and an irradiator. So now the Muta's flying across. He's kind of chasing them down. I don't know that this is as needed, honestly, chasing them. This is a way that you could end up losing some vessels. Throws down their radiates. I mean, that is good stuff to get rid of mutas, but I don't think that's what matters right now. Okay, sieging this up. He's using some scans, bringing over the vessels for that vision, and here come the queens. And we actually... Oh, okay, the Scourge got it. Now, here come the queens. I mean, if he gets the good broodlings off, this can be very winnable here for Beast at that point, right? Like, if you start getting a lot, it's amazing. Okay, gets one. Oh, it didn't hit. I had no idea that you could cancel Broodling while it was midair by killing the Queen. That's insane. I had no idea about it. But 2 Broodlings canceled off just from mass damage from these Goliaths. All right, comes in from another side, finally gets it. I can't even... Guys, I learned something new today. And can't get this other tank. That is insane. So much damage output. Beast spent a long time waiting for that energy. But only one tank. It's hard to attack up here, and he's just going to do it. Pushing forward now with his Goliaths, with those siege tanks as well. And Hydra's coming out with some Lings. Don't forget what I said. Sunkens are very good against Goliaths. You can see as soon as units start to join in, it becomes very difficult indeed. Now... Throws out a Broodling, gets one of the tanks. Only 2 tanks left over here, but look at this. Ample during this time, double expanding, really getting his macro flowing. Double, only double add-on. I feel like he should go on triple add-on siege tanks. He's got plenty of gas for it. But continuing to produce, sending these units out. You can see that production tab up there, huge for Beast as well. All right, another Broodling hits. The Sunkens are getting relatively low, but there's enough that you still don't really want to attack. With the Goliaths up this hill. Okay, Defiler is out as well. Yeah, Radiated Queen gonna go ahead and just use Parasite. And down come the Hydras. Uh-oh. Okay, there's the... I mean... It does okay, but now... Yeah, you can actually utilize this because the Sunkens will miss their hits on the Goliaths as well. So, that Dark Swarm actually ends up backfiring here. That's kind of a crazy thing to even be looking at, honestly. The Goliaths being protected with Dark Swarm from the Sunkens they're trying to kill. Definitely a misstep there from Beast. And I think that this is basically game ending. You kill this base, the other base is dead as well. The Hydra's trying to take a position here under the Darkstorm to get a lot of free damage, but I mean, we see the writing on the wall here. They get blown up by a mine, and this is going to be it. It looks like Ample is going to overcome Beast here on Ultimate Stream with a very entertaining mech build. GG.